Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So yesterday we started connecting with the database Access DB source system, right? So whoever not able to connect to the Access DB source system, I have shared another approach. Okay, secondary approach. You have to get connected via Excel file. Okay. Everyone, can you hear me, right? Good morning. So able to connect to the Access DB. I mean, whoever, can you please respond? How many of you are able to connect to Access DB and able to see the tables from Power BI desktop? Or else who are not able to connect? You are able to connect? You are not able to connect? Just try with the Excel file. Okay, that is the second method which I have showed to you. Okay, the only difference is, okay, source system is the main difference. You are connecting to the, instead of Access DB data source system, you are connecting to the Excel file. Another difference is you are going to have 5 years of data there. Okay, in Excel file, I'm just maintaining the 5 years of information. But in Access DB, 15 years of information we are going to fetch. Okay, fine. Let's try to extract. So just try to observe how I'm connecting to the Access DB also. Okay, get data. Here we don't have an option to see the Access DB. Click on the more option. Please observe. Here we can see Access DB or database level also. It's a database, right? Click on the database, Access DB source system. Connect. Provide the path of it, so that you can able to see these are the tables. So yesterday I discussed about the connected, I mean, like whatever the manufacturing report built, I have discussed each and every other table, right? BI underscore date, geo, manufacturer, these are the manufacturer details and their product details and sales information, how many units they are trying to generate and what is the revenue for each and every other unit, day-to-day basis. Okay, so let's try to pull. So let's try to extract it. Okay, these 5 tables. So what you will do? Are we going to load it and directly build the visualization, or else what you will do? Can someone please guide me here? I have connected 5 tables on the left hand side. You are seeing the icon, right? It's checkbox. So what you will do? You are going to load it and start visualizing, or else what is the basic activities? Good. Please remember, if you are connecting directly via Power BI desktop, don't load it. Try to cross verify some basic sanity check, like what are the data types that has been allocated, how many number of columns, and try to understand the data. Okay, that is important. Transform. Click on the transform. So what it will open once you select the transform data, it will get open and another window, Power Query Editor. Okay, so these are the tables. So instead of BI underscore geo, I will give some meaningful names to it. Okay, instead of BI underscore geo, I will give some meaningful names, so where I can easily understand. See here, first table, I'm calling it as a location dataset. Instead of BI underscore date, date table. Another one, manufacturer. This is the first activity. Okay. Product. Last table, sales table. That is the first activity I have performed. Okay. Everyone following, right? The first table. Coming to the first table location. See here, 6 columns are available. Okay, 6 columns are available. In query editor, we cannot see the total number of records. See this? More than 1,000 plus records are available. In query editor, 6 columns we are observing, but if you want to see the total number of records, you cannot observe it query editor level. You can see this option, 999 plus rows. Okay. Total number of records more than 1,000 plus. Got it? And in the right hand side, if you are observing the query settings, source navigation is there. Source and navigation. And one step is missing. So what is the step? I'm asking the questions. Can you please respond? There is a dynamic step, default step, which will get allocated automatically. What is the default step here? Source navigation. What is the last step? Whenever you are extracting some Excel files or CSV files, you are seeing the dynamically 2 steps here. What is the step? So these are all the interview questions. So what is the dynamic steps if you are extracting an Excel file? After source navigation, what are the dynamic steps? What is the dynamic steps? Responses in the chat box. You remember or else you want me to tell? What are the dynamic steps here? After the source navigation, there are 2 automated steps. That's what we discussed, right? Everyone, can you hear me? No, what is this in system? There is a dynamic default steps are there if you are extracting an Excel file or CSV file. Those steps are nothing but promoting the column header. Another one is changing data type detection. You got it? So these questions you will get it in the interview prospect. When you're extracting the Excel file or CSV files, okay, file source system. Please remember, if you're extracting the data from a file source system, example, Excel, CSV, okay, some text files, you'll get a default 2 steps, automated steps, that is promoting the header, change type. Important, please remember. So why it is not available here in the sense? Because this is not a file. Okay, the source which you have extracted is not a file. It's an access database. Okay, access database extraction. So whatever the data types they have defined on the backend, okay, backend in the sense, while loading the tables from the access DB, that data types will be get allocated here. See this? Even see here, another table. Let me showcase the date table. See this. Is the date is a text data type. Backend in Access DB, they have defined date is a text data type. Is that really is the date is a text data type or is a date data type? You have to tell. Is the date is a text data type? Is that correct? Try to response. These are all very, very important. We started the first report. Okay, first report building based on the manufacturing. So backend team while creating or else while creating the table, okay, they have defined date as a text data type, which is not correct when you are importing or else working on the report development. We have to change the data type from ABC to the text to the dedicated data type, date here. Agree with that statements? Agree? Good. It's not in numeric, it's a date data type. Okay, fine. Like that, what is the next step? So I'm just navigating each and every other table. See here, location first table. Select all the columns, Control A. Select all the columns, Control A. So instead of checking the data type for each and every other category, what I am doing here, select all the columns, click on the transform tab, use the detect data type transformation. Click on this. Okay. And the next activity in the same table. If you're observing there is some null data, nulls are there. Okay, in this region column, there are some null data, but other than the null data, we have some valid information too, like central, east, west data. Now I have a question to you. Can I filter this data like a null information? Can I filter in this way? So I don't have any nulls, right? Is that right approach? You have to tell. It's a question to you. I have a null information in regional column. To remove the null information, can we filter the data? Is that right? Yes or no? Yes. So what about other information? So see here, here there is a null and this states, city, this zip code, district, France. I mean, remaining all valid data column is ignoring, right? See here, after filtering the data, you cannot see the France. France has been ignored. Is that a right? So we have to do, yes, good, replace. Understood, Lakshmi? Is that clear to you, what I'm saying? Is that clear? So don't remove it, okay? Don't filter the information. If you are trying to filter, remaining valid data is getting filtered on other columns, okay? Other columns having some valid data, it's get filtered. So which is incorrect process. So you'll get these questions on the interview prospect. Please remember, they will ask you, I have a column with the null information and with some valid data. Suppose to get or else to avoid the null data, can I filter the that particular exclusively that column? Can we do that? No. You have to tell them no. If you do it, you have to tell the reason also why. Why you are not going to do? Because other information, other valid information from other fields is getting removed, is getting filtered. Okay. So don't do this. I'm just trying to remove this last step. Filter rows. Remove it. So in this scenario, if we are having the null information, what you have to do in the sense, from the requirement part, you have to check. Okay, from the requirement document part, which you have received from the business users, you have to cross verify. Is there any option to replace with some valid data or not? If it is not, then we can follow as per the null information. If it is there, something like if they are asking us to replace wherever there is a null, try to replace with some region or some category like south. So we have to replace it. Okay. So assume that in our requirement document, wherever there is a null data, see here, null information, I want to replace with south. Wherever there is a null, I want to mention it as a south. So which transformation you are going to use it? Now you can tell me. Which transformation to get wherever there is a null, south is the category. Which transformation? What is the transformation name? Here, right click. Here we have a transformation name called replace. Okay, replace value. So what you want to replace? I want to replace with null with some category. Assume that as per the requirement document. Okay. Why you are changing, sir? It is null, right? Why you are changing to south? assumption. Okay, it's an assumption in our requirement document. Wherever there is a null data, ask you to replace with south. Okay, south or else whatever the category, north also you can take. Okay, it's up to you. Select. Okay, so that you can see the validity of information 100. See here, there is no null data. So these are the categories that we have. Okay, east, central, south, and west. Got it. So these are the countries. So see here, these are the countries. These are the different countries that we have. So in the location table, Canada, France, Germany, Mexico, and USA. These are the countries and their state, regional information. Okay, city information and their zip code. We are maintaining in a dedicated table location. Got it? Any questions in this location table? Can you please let me know? Conditional column is that required. Are we using multiple conditions? No, right? One time only. It's a replace for only one time. If you have more than 3 to 4 means, then we can use a conditional column. Understood? If you have more number of categories, like example, in our credit defaulters, right? If you have more number of fields, like 1, 2, 3, 4, in that kind of a scenario, to replace one with some category, two with some category, we can go with the conditional column. But here we have a null for only one. Okay, other all we have the information like central is there, okay, east is there, west is there. So just replace wherever there is a null with south. Okay, so if you're observing these tables, right? So location table, which I have extracted from the Access DB, and the like countries, if you're observing these are the countries that are available. Canada, France, Germany, Mexico, and USA. Okay, fine. One more query. See here, I am expecting the answers from you. Please respond. Because we already worked on the best practices, right? So that's why. Okay. I will write it here itself. See here, I have a question. In our location table, right? Location table, you have a zip code. Here, zip or also zip code is there. Okay. In our requirement document, in our BRD, business requirement document, which you have received it from the customer, they have mentioned something like in zip code field, zip code, which is getting started with starts starts with 98. Okay, they're asking you to generate a new column. Okay, in zip code, if it is get started with a 98, okay, they are not giving the exact number. Okay, is equal to 98. We have see here 7086 70 something is there, 72100 somewhere in the zip code which is getting started with 98. Okay, they're asking you to generate a new column. Okay, almost I'm giving the answer to you, which is you have to generate a new column. But the condition here, zip code getting started with 98, represent as local area, and zip code starts with 980, maybe global area. Remaining all other categories, consider it as an others. Okay. So how to achieve it? Can someone help me here? First of all, you understood what I'm saying? Is that clear to you what we are discussing now? In our requirement scenario or as a case study, if the zip code starts with 98, we have to define that new column with local area. In the zip code column, wherever there is a getting started with 980, starting number should be 980, global area. Other than that, other all categories, other all numbers, which is getting started with other numbers, represent it as an others. In this scenario, how we can achieve it? What is the expectation? I'm expecting answers from everyone. Respond please in the chat. Good. Others? Good. Priya. Everyone respond please. It's important scenarios. We are implementing those scenarios in the report development. In real time also, we will get these requirements. Okay. Like this, how I'm explaining. But they are going to provide a documentation to you. Okay, we will receive a document from the customers, stakeholders. In that, they will explain in an word format only like this. If zip code starts with 98, you have to define a local area as a new column. And zip code starts with 980, you have to define it as a global area. Other than that, maybe this particular zip code column, by defining the new column, right, we are going to use it on the report level. Okay, that particular new column. Others, respond please. Is it clear to you or else you want me to repeat the scenario? Clear? Good. If else statement. So you can achieve it by using conditional column. Yes? Correct? Navigating back to this. See here, please observe. So you know how to generate a new column, that is by using add column. Click on the add column here. I can make use of conditional column. Okay, until I will get an expertise on writing the custom column. By using custom column also you can achieve it. Click on the conditional column, giving the name as new column name as area. Which column you are referring? Zip code. Is that operator? Can someone please help me? What is the operator? Is that directly they are giving some number? Is that equal to works here? This is another interview question. In this scenario, equals to works, you have to check. Does not equals to begin with, does not begin with, ends with, does not ends with, contain, maybe particular information contains, and does not contain. Which operator, which condition we are going to use it here? Important is excellent. Operator is a begin with. So here my question is, zip code starts with is nothing but a begin, correct? So I'm going to make you begin with 98, local area, another class. So you have to add the another else condition. Okay, else zip code not equals to begin with 980. Okay, so you are referring it as a global. You feel it as a more comfortable or not? You can tell me. I'm not getting responses other than one or two members. What about others? Local, global, and others. See here, three conditions. This is the requirement for us, right? Begins with is the operator I'm using, 98. So which I'm referring, the 98 is the local area, 980. Okay, here I'm giving the number and it's not an exact number. So that's why it's not an equals to. I'm using the begin with. Okay, global. Other than these two categories, I'm referring it as an others. Click OK, so that a new column, it will be get added and change. Don't forget, change the data type from ABC123 to 123. Correct? You have to change the data type from ABC123 to 123. Yes, no. For the text data, you're going to change to numeric. No, don't change it. Okay, please change it to text, dedicated text data type. So the new column which have been get generated. See here. So local and others information is there. We don't have the global area region. Okay, 980 is not there in this zip code. So only two categories we have received. Maybe in future, okay, in the location table, if there is any zip code getting started with 980, we will get a new field, I mean new category, global area. That is important. Please remember. Fine. Moving into the another table, another data set. Is that clear to you up to this part? Location table is clear. Moving on to the another table, that is date table. Select the date table. First activity, what I'm doing, select all the fields, Control A. As of now, source and navigation, as per my observation, data type is not perfect. See here, date is the text data type. I don't know why you have selected all columns, but I don't know. I don't want to check each and every other column. So dynamically to pass all the things, all the data types, I'm using Control A, selecting all fields from this table and using the transformation data type detection. Okay, so that, see here, it's get converted to the date format, date data type format. See here, date. It's not a text or else a number. Okay, fine. Please observe, this is very, very important table, date table. So these are the fields. 7 columns are available. More than 1000 plus records are available here. Fine. And I want to delete this column. Month ID, I'm not going to use in my report analysis. I want to delete it. Is there any other transformations that we have? How to remove this month ID? I will show you two approaches. Right click. Can I use a remove other columns or remove? I don't want this column only. Can I remove other columns or remove? Important. The transformation is important. Okay. Don't use the remove other columns. That means except this column, remaining columns will be get removed. Please use the exclusively want to remove this column, remove it. Why you are removing it? Because we are not going to use this particular month ID in our report analysis. Okay, maybe in future. So what happened about future? Maybe if I want this particular month ID means I can just delete this transformation. It will come back. That's it. In future, I want the month ID. I can get that column just deleting the transformation from this applied step. Okay, remove it. Fine. So by taking this reference of this date, okay, please observe, maybe in my report requirement assumption, again one more assumption, I want to build a visualization based on the name of the day. So I want to see which day it is, 1/1/1999, which day it is related to. Maybe this is a Sunday or else a Monday. I don't know. But I want to build a visualization based on name of the day basis, some analysis. How can we get that name of the day? This is a very, very important transformation. See here, for the date related field, I want to generate a new column to see the name of the day. To get this done, anyway, we have to navigate to the add column. Click on the add column tab. See here, we have here from date related. If you want to get it extracted, see this date option is enabled. See here, date option is enabled. So what do you want? I'm expecting the day level, which day it is. So 1/1/99, which day it is falling under? Is that a Sunday or else a Monday? I don't know. And even I don't know how to write a M function. In that kind of a scenario, go to the add column. Here we have a transformation name called date tab. Multiple transformations are there. So here the day level, you can observe name of the day transformation. Select it. It will be get created a new column. See this? New column, that is Day name. So 1/1/1999 is falling under Friday. So maybe based on this particular new column, I'm going to visualize some analysis in my report level. So that's why I'm trying to generate a new column here. Everyone following? Is that clear to you? Once you will get a good expertise, right? Instead of using this approach, right? Instead of using this date and selecting this category, you can use the custom column. Okay, by using custom column also, you can define it. So backend formula is this. See here. Backend formula is this date of week name. Okay, date dot day of week name. Sorry. Date dot day of week name. You are not writing the M functions manually. You have selecting, you are choosing the transformations which is available here. So if you are using this year or else something, see this. It's a text, right? Month. Month. See here. It's a number. Add column option. This date is disabled. It's not enabled here. Date or else a time. These categories are disabled for the number field. Okay. If it's a date related field, you can observe date level. Maybe I'm interested with the start of this particular week. I want to see the what is the start of week 1/1/1999, which week it is getting started. Okay, I want to see the start of that particular week. So I will go to the week level, start of week. So 1/1/1999. So 27/12/1998 is the start of that particular week. Okay, maybe by using this particular startup week, I want to build some analysis. I want to showcase in the report level. So that's why I got this new column. I just added this new column here. Following everyone? Is that clear to you? This is important. And the date table, why you have generated the day name? Because maybe as per the requirement, I want to visualize day name by some analysis. So by taking the reference, you are taking the reference of the date column, okay, date column. I can see the day, name of the day. So how? Add column, date, here the date tab is there. So from the day level analysis, name of the day, okay. Or else maybe you want to see the month name. Already month name is there. See here, month name is there. Month name is there. But I want to see the full name, full like a January. Instead of a 3 letters, I want to see the complete word. So how can we do that? See here, month, name of the month. You can see the full name of that particular word. See here, January. Okay. So we can try to generate the new columns in this way. By taking the reference of the date field, you can get added the new columns on this table. So why it is generating? Because as per the requirement in the query editor itself, you are taking the reference of one particular field, date field, and generating some new columns. Okay. Can I delete this column? Can I delete this month name? It's already available here. Why duplicate columns are required? Can I delete that last column which I have generated? Last step. Month name is there. I will delete the last column. Okay. Here. Okay. Shall we move on to the another table? Another data set. Is the date is clear to you? Shall we move on to the another table? Simple table only. Manufacturer. It's a very simple table. You can see the different manufacturers and their manufacturing company names. Now you can tell me, is this data type is correct? 1.2 is the decimal. Did you see any decimals here? Is there any decimals here? 1.2 is a decimal data type. Is this a decimal data type? No, it's a whole number. It's an integer. Correct? In that kind of a scenario, select both of it. Anyway, two columns are there. Go to the transform tab or detect data. That is okay. Or select individually this particular column. Change the data type to 1, 2, 3. It's not a decimal data type. Change the data type to whole number. It's fine. Anyway, this is the text. Got it? Why it is generated as a 1.2 means backend while creating the table by the database team or some other teams, they have created the data type manufacturing ID as an decimal. So when you are importing this particular database table to your Power BI application, the same data type has been allocated. Okay, it's not detected any data type. If it is a file source system, it will be get detected. Understood? But it is not a file. It's a database. Okay, fine. Moving on to the another table. It's a very simple table. Another table, math product. See here. Product and the product details are there and different categories. Segment, what are the different segments that I am trying to use? Manufacturer ID we have under manufacturer, different manufacturer, previous table. Okay, manufacturer names. Fine. You got a requirement. Okay, in the requirement design. From this product table, product column, you want to get a product code as a separate column, okay, separate field. Okay, but here they said Abbas space MA-01. In this particular category, MA-01. Okay, this is the product code and this is the manufacturer. Okay, so you want to represent product code from this product column. Can someone please help me? How can we extract that particular MA-01 from this product column? I hope these transformations are helpful and asking the questions also fine to you. Okay, delimiter. What is the transformation? Which transformation you will use it? Is that a split transformation or else a new column? I have shown you multiple approaches in the best practices, right? Different approaches. Right click, you have a transformation name called split column by delimiter. You have to tell this name, split column by delimiter. Another one is without disturbing the product column, I can generate a new column too. Which transformation it is? I don't want to disturb the existing field. I want to generate a new column. How to do? Everyone clear? I don't want to disturb the existing field product. I want to generate a new column by using dash transformation. Okay, go to columns. Okay, which transformation it is? You have to remember, okay, recollect, please. You can see the options to which transformation it is. Good. Extract transformation. Okay, this is the one. So open this. I'm not disturbing the product column, which is available there in the product table. So by using this text after delimiter, what is the text? Space. Sorry, delimiter is a space. Select OK. So that a new column will be get added. This is the product code. So I'm not disturbing the existing field. With the help of extract transformation, okay, I can generate the new column. Okay, what I am expecting I can get generated here. So I can try to rename it as a product code. This is my product code. Okay, clear to you? Or else you want me to re-explain something? Is that clear? Others, please respond. And here, if you're observing that data type detection is not happen, let's try to detect the commonly for all the columns data type detection, which is important. Click on the transform tab, data type detection. Okay. Shall we move on to the last table? Last one. Any questions here? Any queries? Where is the integer here? Product code. It's a text only, right? So that's why it's a text data type. You have worked on the web link data extraction. It's included with the text and the number. So what is the priority you have chosen? Which data type you have chosen as a priority? Is that a number or text? You are extracted the capital, right? Market capital. There you have chosen that is a data type as a text. Why? Because the word, complete word, it is the text. After that, there is some number. So you have chosen it as a text data type. Similarly, for the product code is also in text data type here. It's a text here. You got it right? Okay, fine. Shall we move on to the next table? Sales. Last one. See here. Last table. First activity here, as per simple observation, quick observation, date is not a text. Okay. Select all the columns. Data type detection. That is the first activity. Okay. And the next one. Next activity. See here. Important. So this sales table, right? And these sales data is related to one country only in our requirement document. Okay, in the note they have provided with in sales table, this sales table, right, is related to one country, that is USA. Okay, assume that the sales data is for USA. But in locations table, if you are observing, how many countries we have? How many countries do we have? 5 countries, right? Canada, France, Germany, Mexico, and USA. But you have extracted from Access DB, the sales data is related to one country. Okay, one particular country. Understood? That is USA. Then what about other countries' sales data? So they are not maintaining from the Access DB. They are maintaining the other countries' sales data in different format. Let me showcase that format too. See here, important, please focus. If you have any queries, you can ask me. See here, other countries' sales data, they don't have a budget to assume that these are all assumptions, okay? Maybe they don't have a budget. They are maintaining the sales data in Excel format. Access DB is the license, okay? Access DB source system itself is a license, okay? We need Office license is required. So CA sales, DE sales, FR sales, MX sales, they are maintaining the sales data in CSV format. See here, CSV format. Now I have a question. Please focus. Is this both? When I open the CA sales, is this sales table and this, is that both column headers are same or is it different? You can observe here and tell me. Is this column headers are matching? Yes or no? Sales data, which is an USA country, other country sales data, product ID, date, zip code, units, revenue, except this location, that is a country. Is that both are matching? Yes. Last column anyway, for our reference, they are giving some additional information, that is country. Other than that, remaining all are matching. Okay. So to get the remaining sales countries, let's try to extract it. So see here, important. 4 countries are there: Canada, Germany, France, and Mexico. Okay. Let's try to extract. You can tell me how to extract it. Yes. Which format it is. So how to extract it from Power BI? Here, new source. No, not at now, not right now. Not, we are not going to do append right now. Once you have to extract it, right? First we have to import the data, then you can perform. Correct? Is that an Excel workbook? Lakshmi Priya? Is that an Excel? You have to check that. Which format it is? It's a CSV format. So here from this new source, CSV. Copy this, paste, CSV. Okay, let's try to extract. So it says comma separated value. These are the fields that we have. Delimiter is comma. Data type detection is based on first 200 records. Okay, by default it is first 200, not on entire data set. It's based on first 200 records. It's extracted. Okay, extracted. So fine. As of now, I have extracted separately a CSLs. What about other countries? I have to re-extract it again. Another table is there, right? Another country. I have to do that for other countries also similar manner. Like example, D. Open. Okay. One more. FR, France. So is this the right approach which I'm doing here? You have to tell. Sir, what about if I have a 50 countries means are we going to extract 50 countries in this way? You have to get that query to your sense. Correct? If I have a 50 countries, are we going to extract 50 countries in this way? Last one. As of now, 4 countries means I can easily extract it. 4 countries means I'm extracting one by one. Suppose if you have a 50 countries and the 50 country sales information are available separately, are we going to extract in this way? Yes or no? Is that a best approach? No, it will not select it right. See here, we cannot select all the CSVs in one shot. We don't have that option. Only one file at a time. See here, I cannot select it. I'm using control button one. I cannot select it. Only one file at a time, one CSV file at a time. So this is not a best approach. So each and every file, if you are observing this first up activity, see here, this is very, very important transformation. So I'm expecting the answers from you only. CA sales, this is the first file, product date, zip code. It's a zip code is a text, unit, revenue, country. D, Germany, Germany sales data. Same, similar column header. Okay, same column headers and the data is different. So Canada, Germany, France, Mexico. They're following the same column headers. Data is different. So extracting file by file is not the right approach. Okay, file by file, we cannot extract it. If we have the similar column header, data type is different, and all the files which are available in the location are following the step by step. Okay, same column header and same activity only, right? Column header is same, data is different based on the each and every other table or else a sales file. In that kind of a scenario, you will try to extract in the form of, okay, you're going to extract the data source from folder. Okay, see here, you will not consider it as a CSV data source extraction. I'm deleting it, this 4. So see here, new source, multiple files are there, multiple CSV files are there. So I can try to extract it. It's a file only, right? A folder. Okay, folder data extraction. Connect. Everyone following, right? I will share you this international sales data today. Okay. Try to provide the path. This path. Control C, Control V. Folder path. So inside the file, inside this particular folder, this particular international, you can see all the files, all the CSV files. That's what. So try to extract it. Extract. So if you are extracting from a folder, you can see the binary content. name of the file, each and every other file. And the file extension is CSV, and this is all metadata. So when the date file has been created or is accessed, and which date the values or else the data has been get modified, which date it has been created, these are all metadata. It's giving some additional information about your file, when it has been created, how many, what is the path, what is the record count, and all information is provided. So when you are extracting the data from a folder, you can see an additional option, that is combine and transform data. This is very, very important. When you're extracting the data from a folder, you can see an additional button like combine and transform data or transform data. We know what is the transform data means. Just you are loading into the Power Query editor. Okay, transform data are okay. We already in the query editor, right? We already in the query editor. When you are extracting the data from a folder, you can see an additional button, combine and transform data. The meaning of this combine and transform data is, so automatically Power Query Engine, what it will do in the sense, it will try to combine all files together as a one single file, one file. Okay, so it will try to append all four files as in one file automatically. We are not going to do any manual work. Okay, so I want to do some manual activity, like I want to remove the unnecessary columns, right? Data access. Is this columns are required for us? You can tell me. Is this data access, date modified, date created, attribute, folder? Is this columns are required for our analysis? You can decide. Expecting an answer here. These columns are not required, correct? When the date modified and all. And that kind of a scenario, I will try to manually do that activity by using the transform data. If you're using the combine and transform data, all four files will be combined as in one single file. Okay, it will be Power Query Engine who is going to generate. You don't have to do that. Okay, it's an automated process. All files are going to combine as an one single file. It will append automatically. That is the meaning. Combine and transform data. It generates some functions and formulas. It will do that activity. Otherwise, click on the transform data. I will show you the manual approach. Okay. These two columns are required. Remaining, I'm going to delete it. Remove other columns. So see here, in the binary, each and every other is a CSV file. See this, CSV only. So how we are going to combine it? Manually, you're doing that activity, right? So see here, content part, you're observing something like a double down arrow. Observing something like a double down arrow, combined files. Yes, no? I'm just, mouse is on hover on the top. You're seeing something like a double down arrow here. Respond, please. Able to see now? Double down arrow is showcasing something like a combined files. So I have removed the unwanted columns. Unwanted columns has been removed. I'm maintaining content, which is the data has been get stored in the form of a binary content, and the file type. So name of the file, CA, that is for my reference, Canada sales, DE sales, France sales, and Mexico sales. So try to combine all files together as a one single file. Use the transformation, combine files, click on that. First file from the location, that is CA sales. Is that correct? Which file is the first file here? From your location, backend data source system. CA sales is the first file from the location. Is that correct? Sample file is CA sales. Okay. So we're trying to combine all files as an one single file. See here. Once you can select OK, a folder, it will be get generated. See this, multiple activities has been completed. A folder has been get generated, which we are calling it as a helper queries. Inside, a parameter has been created and a sample file. Sample file is a CSS. Transform file, which is nothing but a functions. We already discussed these parameters, sample file and functions when you are working on the, maybe that example, right? Company's market capital. Okay, automatically it get generated and combine the activity. if you are using a folder data extraction. And transform sample file is going to hold one country. Okay, one country's sales data. See here, this is one country only Canada sales, just like 100 records. Previously, we worked on the 100 records, right? Transform sample file is going to hold one country. Then where is, what about the other country sales data means? It's an automatically combined, and we are calling it as an international folder. And here we can see all countries. It's an automated process. Is that clear to everyone, or else any queries here? When you are using a combined transformation, okay, by default, the first file from the location and a folder will be get generated. We are calling it as a helper queries. Parameter, that is our sample file. Okay, sample file is the CA sales. And function, so how many number of, and what is the delimiter, how many number of columns are available. We know this function will be get generated. Transform sample file is nothing but first country sales data. So this is the file. Okay, is that clear? So international is holding all the countries. So it is an automated process. Okay. Whenever if you are using the direct combine and transform data, the similar activity it will be get performed. Except the unwanted columns, I have removed it. Unwanted metadata columns has been removed. That columns are not visible now here in this table. International. Clear to everyone? Is that clear? Expecting an answers, please respond. If you are trying to combine multiple files together with a similar format, data is different. A folder will be get generated with a helper queries. Parameter, you haven't created any parameters, automated process, a function, okay, and the sample file will be get generated. So these are all activities has been done by the backend query engine. You are not doing, okay, backend query engine has been created these folder and the functions automated way. Okay, fine. Now if you are observing sales table is there and international. Now you can tell me, is the sales and international similar column headers or else what? Column headers and data type is same or else something different? International and sales. Product ID is there, date, zip code, unit, revenue, and country. Sales, product ID is there, date, zip code, unit, and revenue. So we know the sales data is for which country? Is the sales data is from which country sales data? That is important, right? USA. That's what I said. USA sales data, they are maintaining the source from an Access DB. Other countries, they are maintaining the sales data from CSV format. So instead of loading these two tables as a separate entities or data sets in the Power BI desktop, we can try to use a transformation name called dash. Which transformation? Expecting an answer. Is that an append or merge? Append or merge? Srini, how it is a merge? So from this international, you want only one column. You want only country column is required. Where is the USA then? So which transformation you are going to use it? Just think and tell me. So instead of loading these two tables as a separate tables from the Power BI desktop, so I want to combine it. Which transformation you are going to use it? See here, all column headers are same between these two. Sales is the product ID, date, zip code, unit, revenue, country. Both are same column headers, except the country column is additional in the international. Which transformation it is? Append queries, okay. And one more thing, common mistakes. International, if you're observing, zip code is the text data type, okay. Zip code is the text data type. And from the sales table, zip code, you know, right? from the based on the 100 records or else some record count, data type detection will be get available. So, but in the another table, international, you have a mix of number as well as the text. Now, is this a right data type? Is both are same? No. Try to change the data type from text, sorry, number to the text data type. Change it. This is important. Important. Before performing the append queries, just to cross verify the data types as well. So both are same now. Try to perform a transformation append queries. Select the international. Okay, that's it. So this table is not required. Just try to disable the data load. No need to load it into the Power BI desktop. This is where complete sales analysis. See here. You can see along with the USA, other countries sales data too. Canada, France, Germany, Mexico. Other countries sales data is also available in one single table instead of loading it as a two separate tables. Now you can tell me, can I replace that null information with USA? Yes or no? You can do it, right? We are aware of it. This null data is for USA. Just try to replace. That's it. Okay. You can see all countries sales data in one single table, sales table. So I'm stopping up to this part. I'm going to load it. Okay, if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. I will share this international data set right away. Okay, I will share this international sales data once the completion of the session. I'm stopping up to this part. Any questions? Fine. If no questions, we'll connect tomorrow. We'll discuss few more activities, okay, data transformation activities as per the part of the project. Tomorrow I will tell you that, okay, I will showcase you that stream. Okay. In tomorrow's example, you can see the merge transformation. Now you got append, right? You got to know how to do an append. Yes. Tomorrow I will show you merge transformation. One scenario is there. So find them. If no questions, we'll connect tomorrow. Everyone following? Yes? No? Abdul, we are following or not? Fine then. Please try to work on that. Okay, whatever the activities we completed, share me the snapshot. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.